Hello everyone, welcome to my simple zoology class. In today's video, I'll be dealing with the topic parathyroid gland. Okay, so in the previous video, we finished with the thyroid gland. Today, I'll be teaching about the parathyroid gland. Okay, first of all, where is the location of this parathyroid gland? This particular parathyroid gland, they are present embedded on the dorsal surface of the thyroid gland. Now if this is the ventral surface, this will be the dorsal region. Okay, so this is the thyroid gland over here. We know for the fact that thyroid gland are two in number. So parathyroid gland is present where they are remaining embedded in the dorsal surface. So this is the dorsal surface of the thyroid gland. They are totally two pairs in number. So that means totally four in number. Okay. Then what is the origin of the parathyroid gland? The origin of the parathyroid gland is endodermal. So what is the origin of it? It is endodermal. Where are they located? As we already discussed, they remain embedded in the dorsal surface of the thyroid gland and their number is about two pairs. That means totally four in number. Okay. Then this particular parathyroid gland secretes only one category of hormone. Okay, that one hormone is known as what? Parathormone, also known as Collips hormone, also known as parathyroid hormone. PTH stands for parathyroid hormone. Now, this particular name, Collips, is a person who invented, like he introduced it, who obtained it in its pure form. So based on that itself, the name has been given as what? Collips hormone. Okay. Now, this particular hormone is either proteinaceous in nature or polypeptide in nature. Question on this has definitely come. So make sure you remember what type of hormone it is. It is either proteinaceous or polypeptide in nature. What is the name of the hormone? Parathormone, also known as Collips hormone, also known as parathyroid hormone. Okay, this particular hormone is considered to be what? Hypercalcemic hormone. So that means it is lower secretion. It is reducing the excess outgoing of the calcium ions over there. So hence it is called as what? Sorry, it is hypo. I'm sorry for that. Sorry. It is hypercalcemic hormone. Now, hypercalcemic hormone is nothing but what it is making sure that excess amount of the calcium ions has been intaken. Okay, sorry for that. So, what is this? It is considered to be what type of hormone? It is considered to be hypercalcemic hormone. Now, how does it? Why is it considered so? Why is it, or which regions or which location is it going to take the calcium ions? Is that I've mentioned these three important points. That is, it increases blood calcium level by how? By stimulating the process of what? Bone resorption or dissolution, or you can also call it as what? Demineralization. So through the bones it is going to take up what? Calcium ions over there. Then secondly, it promotes the absorption of the calcium ions from the food in the intestine. Even when the food reaches the intestinal region, from there this hypercalcemic hormone is making sure that the calcium ions are taken from that particular region. And also it promotes the reabsorption from the nephrons in the kidneys. Even from the nephron location also it is going to take excess amount of calcium ions. So majorly from three different regions and main regions only it is going to take up the calcium ions, or it increases the blood calcium level. So hence it is considered as what? Hypercalcemic hormone. Okay. Now thyroid TCT hormone, if you can see over here, that is thyroid calcitonin. Okay, this particular hormone works antagonistic to this Collips hormone or parathyroid hormone or PTH. Now, why is that so? Is because this PTH or Collips hormone or parathormone is considered to be what? Hypercalcemic. This particular hormone, which is secreted from the parafollicular cells of the thyroid gland, is the what? Hypocalcemic hormone. So what does this particular hormone do is that it reduces the amount of calcium in the blood by reducing the destruction of the bone. So because we already just discussed that it is going to take up the what? Bone from calcium from the bone region also, right? This TCT hormone is ensuring that it reduces the destruction of the bone by reducing the amount of what? Calcium in the blood. So hence it is considered to be what? Antagonistic hormone to which one? To the parathyroid hormone. So TCT hormone works antagonistic to which one? PTH. This particular question has also come. Coming to the final part of it, what are the disorders of this particular hormone? Okay, so first one is hyposecretion. That means due to less secretion of this particular hormone, that is parathyroid hormone or parathormone, what happens, the amount of calcium ions will decrease and amount of the phosphate ions is going to increase. So when this particular ions are going to increase, that condition is called as what? Hyperphosphatemia. Okay, this one, because low calcium ions, you call it as what? Hypocalcemia. Just the names are changing. Hypo because of less, hyper because of more. Okay, and where is it happening? It is happening in the extracellular fluid. Then another condition because of deficiency of calcium in the blood is tetany. Okay, you can also call it as calcium tetany, anything is fine. So what happens over here, the muscles and the nerves will be unnecessarily irritated and it starts convulsions and it will result into cramping. So this is what is happening when there is low or deficiency of calcium in the blood. If sometimes what happens is that because of the level of calcium is low in the blood, even the muscles will remain, the voluntary muscles will remain contracted for a long time, and that condition is known as what? Tetany. Okay, also if the tetany happens, if this particular tetany happens in the intercostal muscles and diaphragm, where are this intercostal muscles? They are located in between the ribs region. Okay, so this is where our breathing mechanism takes place, right? So if the tetany happens in the intercostal muscles and diaphragm region, then that animals will die, or that particular body will die due to a condition that is called as asphyxia. Okay, then coming to hypersecretion, that means excess secretion of the parathyroid hormone. What happens? There are basically two categories of cells. One is osteoblast cells, the other one is osteoclast cells. Blast is nothing but something which is related to active form of cells. Clast is nothing but something which is going to destroy the bone cells. So do not get confused. Blast active, clast inactive. Remember that way. Okay, so these osteoclast cells, that means bone cells. Osteo is nothing but bone. Okay, so these bone cells will feed upon excess amount of the bone unnecessarily. Okay, because of which what will happen, the bones will become brittle and weak. Obviously, right, if you're taking up excess of the bone consumption over there, if these unwanted cells, that is osteoclast cells, will feed upon excess amount of the bone, as a result of this, what will happen, the bones will become brittle and weak, and that condition is called as what? Osteoporosis. It will result into pore formation because the bones will become porous. Unnecessarily these cells are feeding upon, right? So hence the condition is called as what? Osteoporosis. Then the last one, if excess deposition of calcium takes place in the kidney, we know a common name that is called as what? Kidney stones. Which are those? Calcium, they have a specific name that is called as oxalate crystals. Okay, so if excess, that is why they say to consume excess amount of water in the body, that minimum value of water should be there. If there is no minimal value maintained in the body, then what happens, only the salt crystals will get deposited. That is called as what? Oxalate crystals. Okay, and the other name for it is called as what? Renal caliculi. Okay, whatever points I've mentioned in this video have come out in the form of questions. I hope you have understood whatever has been taught in this video. If you have liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.